Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be able to present what we are trying to do currently. Can we have the slide, please? So by the time the slide comes up, so basically, my name is Vishal, and I represent UltraCash Technologies. UltraCash Technologies is basically a mobile payment ecosystem where we are trying to solve a big payment problem for all emerging markets, and especially India, where if you look at our country, we have around 25 million merchants and 1 million POS machines. That's the current scenario that we have in India. On the other hand, we are firm believers that the mobile phone will be the device, the payment device of future, given that if you allow consumers to pay using any payment instruments and not transfer money into some wallets and do it. So if you allow a consumer to be able to pay using any credit card or debit card or bank account, and more importantly, if you allow the consumer to pay without the need of internet, then you have a superlative model where you create an ecosystem where consumers will pay using their mobile phones, and every merchant will be able to accept payment without the need of any specific hardware. So I'll just, can we have the video, please? So before I delve any deeper into it, I would like to have a 2 minutes video, which basically gives the overview of the technology that we have developed, where we are able to achieve what we have gone ahead with.
Presenting UltraCash, the world's first of its kind mobile payment application that will soon replace the need for plastic cards and swipe machines. Let's take a quick look at the future of mobile payments. A customer walks up to a merchant to make a payment. When the bill appears on his phone, the customer just clicks the Pay Now button. The merchant phone communicates with the bank and voila! The payment is done. Let's take a closer look at how this cutting-edge product works. UltraCash allows for transfer of money from one phone to the other without Wi-Fi or data connectivity or any special hardware installed on these phones, thereby replacing the need for plastic cards, swipe machines, etc. How does it do this without internet connectivity or NFC hardware? It uses patent-pending technology that uses ultra-high frequency sound to transfer alphanumeric data between the phones securely and is compliant with all security guidelines for payments. Now let's take a detailed look at how it works. The customer opens the UltraCash application securely by entering a passcode. He then selects his payment option. Note here that he has configured many payment instruments including direct bank account, debit and credit cards. He selects the payment option, which prompts him to authorize the bank to generate a one-time passcode or OTP for the transaction. Once the OTP is received, the customer is ready to make a payment to the merchant. The merchant now enters the amount to be paid. This generates a unique invoice for the transaction. The customer hits the Make Payment button, which transfers the invoice from the merchant phone to the customer phone. Once the customer has verified the invoice, he clicks the Pay Now button. The payment details are transferred to the merchant mobile and voila! The payment is made to the merchant from the customer's bank.
So as you can see, the secret sauce here is that we've created a technology where we transfer data between two devices using high frequency sound. And hence, it enables any mobile phone to be used as a payment device, both on the customer as well as the merchant device. We call it an Apple Pay moment. Whatever Apple Pay is trying to do with NFC, we've been able to do it in India for all devices. That's the whole thought process. Apart from the core technology, one of the more important things that we have done is we have created a complete payment ecosystem where we allow consumers to configure their credit cards, debit cards, direct banking accounts using IMPS. We are one of the first companies to be compliant with UPI, and we'll be one of the first applications launching a UPI-based application. And that's what we've been doing. We launched this application in Bangalore around 7-8 months back. We're live with around 1,500 customers in Bangalore. We have around 1 lakh downloads. We've done 2.5 lakh transactions for 24 crores in this space of time. We have solid repeat usage. The customers love us. That's what it is. Primarily, we believe that people will be using Ultra Cash to pay wherever they go. One of the biggest use cases being cash on delivery. When somebody comes to deliver to your place, you should be able to just flash your phone and should be able to pay. If you enter into a grocery store, this is the most convenient way. You just flash your phone and pay. So that's what we believe will be changing the way the payments are done in this country and solve and help this country move towards a digital economy. That's our approach and thought process to it. Open to questions. Thank you.
Just one question. Are you limited by the phone? So are there features or functions in the phone which can be a limitation in your business moving forward?
See, ideally, for the proximity piece, we just need a speaker and a microphone and nothing else. So it can be a tablet, it can be a phone, it can be anything which has a speaker and a microphone. That's what is required to transfer data securely.
And sorry. And what's your business model? Who are you collecting money from?
So basically, as I initially told, we want to reach out to all 25 million merchants in this country. People who don't have access to POS machines, to EDC machines, they should be able to download this app and should be able to accept digital payment and pay us a service fee. That's the apparent business model, which is taking a cut out of the transaction which is happening. The real business is creating an ecosystem where we allow the merchants to participate as offer providers, coupon providers, voucher providers, and reach out to the consumers. So the value-added services on top of the core payment platform is something which will be the solid business model in the times to come. Yes, the merchant is paying.
So going back to the consumer convenience, right? Assuming this is a convenience play, somehow based on the fact that I have to submit my one-time password anyway, is it not simpler to use my card and do the PIN? Will that not be faster? So is there really a convenience aspect at all to your product?
See, ideally, if you look at it, the amount of time that our product takes to do a payment is a fraction of what you do with a credit card. The OTP is fetched automatically because it's your registered mobile number. Secondly, OTP is just one form. Like we launched it with HDFC Bank where you have to put in your MPIN. So it's like you're not giving any of your card credentials or your PIN credentials on any external device. It's your own device where you put in your card credentials, it's tokenized, and you put in your PIN or you fetch the OTP and then you make the payment. No, nothing. So basically, this is like an add-on. So if you look at it, the large retailers, if you go into any shop during sale time, there are huge queues because they have a limited POS machines which is there. Here we want to enable each and everybody standing in that shop to be able to just become a collection device and should be able to accept the payment. So the device can be anything. The money will eventually go to the retailer. So that is where things will reach out to. The scanning can happen while you're shopping, and when it is about payments, you should be able to just flash your phone and should be able to get out. That's how we see this progressing in organized retail at least. Correct. So in a connected world, the invoice can come to a consumer. If the consumer is not connected, see, one of the biggest advantage here is the consumer need not have internet at the time of payment. So the retailer can just put in the amount, the total invoiced amount, and say accept payment, and the guy can just bring his phone and should be able to pay.
Can this also be used for online payments?
Yes. Our current model also supports online payment, where you can choose a merchant from a list, which is an Explore merchant, and can pay whatever is the amount, and the intermission goes to the retailer.
Your app automatically becomes, or if I am doing shopping on my mobile, when it comes for payment option, will my mobile automatically pick your app as a payment mode?
See, I think you are talking about a case where suppose we integrate with a Flipkart, and you are doing online shopping.
I'm saying you are looking at the base of your business model is one payment modality.
Yes.
Right. Now, on hardware you are able to do that. If I have to go and pay for, say, grocery on my phone or online shopping
Correct.
or Ola or Uber, or
Absolutely.
there are 500 new things which,
Yeah.
Stone Age people don't understand. But will the same app be able to do that, or is only mobile to mobile?
No, the same app will be able to do it. Like we have tied up with around 25 online players, a couple of grocery players, some of the food tech guys delivering. And so basically there's an integration which happens wherein when the customer goes to pay, it automatically takes them to UltraCash. And all your credit cards, etc. are stored and you're able to do it in a single click.
You said you may have 1 lakh downloads and 1,500 users. Do you have an adoption problem?
1,500 merchants.
Merchants.
1 lakh consumers. We have done 2.5 lakh transactions worth 24 crores in last 7 months. The growth has been just phenomenal. Primarily the consumers love it because the repeat usage that we have seen is really, really phenomenal.
Any more?
Understand, what is your payment gateway? As in, who is supporting you on the banking side of it?
So basically that's where the second biggest differentiator is there with us. So we have tied up with 2 large banks, HDFC and ICICI, and have a direct connection for the payment gateway for cards. We have connection with 2 banks, ICICI and Yes Bank for IMPS, and we have another bank which is supporting us on UPI. So we have basically created a complete end-to-end back-end infrastructure because we want to give the power to a consumer to be able to pay from any payment instrument that he has, not necessarily being a credit card. You know the number of credit cards in this country. It's a minuscule percentage.
The banking, the cash tallies and all is handled by banks, and your company has nothing to do with it?
No, so we are the master merchant. We are the aggregator. So we do the settlement with the merchants and take a service fee, and we settle it with the banks. So basically on one side, we have payment gateway connections with certain banks. We have IMPS-based and UPI-based connection with other banks. We have our own wallet as well. And when the consumer pays, the money comes to us, we do the settlement with the merchant, which is, again, a huge differentiator we have bought in. We can do the settlement same day because of the IMPS interfaces that we have. We don't have to rely on a T+1 or a T+2 settlement. If it's a larger retailer, we should be able to do settlement multiple times in a day.
What's your cost of securing financial risk
So,
in your business?
so
The
ideally,
percentage of your top line.
no, so it's,
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. Time up. So if you could wrap it as soon as
I'll
possible.
just, I'll
Yeah,
answer that one.
this question, please. One last question.
So basically, it's a proper end-to-end 2-factor authentication that takes place. So if you look at it, we don't have that risk. So when a consumer pays using our application, the second factor authentication is coming from the issuer bank. That's how this whole model works. Because it's a across the counter payment which is happening. So if I go to a particular merchant, I pay, when the merchant gets a confirmation of the payment, the goods are given to me. That's how this model works.
All questions done? Yeah? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.